with love and grace and all due respect. You. Okay? I still love you though. Natural. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hey man, before we get started, make sure you head over to no-other-choice.com. Get your favorite swag. This is our purpose over popularity tea. We also have our Harriet would have smacked the sugar honey iced tea out of you. We have our don't make me act uncivil about my civil rights and a ton of other swag over there. Head over to no-other-choice.com. Use the code NOC5 for your savings. Now, let's get into what we're here to talk about. Thumb rests. And should you get one? And should you get one from Align Tactical? I have to be honest, going back previous years, thumb rests were not my favorite thing. They worked to a degree, but I didn't know if it was worth adding any kind of, extrusion to the gun. Here's one, and I even forget the name of the company. I'm not, canning these guys too bad, but this one just allowed, I don't know if you guys can really see that. There you go. This one allowed for my thumb to make contact with it, but I still felt like I had to press into the frame of the gun and then count it. You can see how much of my thumb is still hanging off of that. Right? So it's like in and down, right? And it was almost, you can see how my thumb there is almost kind of just flexing a little weird. Not my favorite, not my favorite at all. So I'm like, all right, thumb rests are cool. Some people love them, some people hate them. I'm just neutral. If I shoot one on a gun, great. If I don't, great. Then I found myself being a fan of grip modules that allow some type of thumb rest in them. So for example, with the Icarus for the 365X macro, if you can see there, on their grip module, there's actually thumb rest built in for it, right? Feels good, feels comfortable, like it. It does help. And I understand why it is ergonomically shaped the way that it is for a grip module. I totally get it, not knocking it. Great thing. I love this Icarus grip module. All right, so I was at GunCon 2024. Shouts out to Brownells and John Patton and everybody else that put that amazing event on. And some buddies of mine was like, hey, you need to come over here and check out Align Tactical. I'm like, all right. So we go over there. I just hopped off stage doing the elite panel. We go over there and they're like, this is Align Tactical. They're talking to me. I'm like, I'm like, okay, your product's great. All right, you're great. You're cool. Your kids are cool. Right? It's revolutionary. All right, I'm a skeptic. Okay, I'm a skeptic. That's all I can say. But I am giving them my attention because I want to know what you're saying. I'm just like in my brain, like, come on, man. Be honest, man. You don't care about what metal. Nobody cares about that. People that want to prove to themselves, like, I'm really a gun smart guy, get to talking about metallurgy and stuff like that. Now, there are some people that you have to get into that when you start talking about like how long can barrels last and different things like that. But I'm not walking up to somebody and like, well, exactly how did you form press that? I don't give a damn. Do I like it? Then after that, we can start talking about strength and what kind of metal you're using and stuff like that. So I picked it up and I'm like, all right, well, damn. I had to take a step back. Damn. Because unlike this thumb rest, right? This one actually gave me a more natural point and it felt good. It just felt good. But immediately once I started getting a purchase on the firearm, I could just say, okay, that feels good. That feels natural. All right. Because that's what I want. I want it to feel good and natural. Mission accomplished. Okay, kudos to you, Align Tactical. And then I picked up another gun. Now this is the HKVP9. Once again, see if you guys can see that there. Look at the angle. It's very consistent. Whoa. My absolute favorite handgun out the box when it comes to ergonomics. And when I grabbed it, I'm like, oh, this just feels good, man. I can get adequate pressure there. Feels great. All right, cool. And then I started thinking about, all right, now it feels good. How am I going to talk to people if I like this product? How am I going to talk to them about what it does? So let me tell you what it does not do. And then we're going to go into what I like, what I dislike, and we'll wrap up this video. Now, what this is supposed to do for you is obviously help mitigate recoil. All right. So you keep the muzzle flipped down, right? By having that good constant pressure for it, then you should be able to theoretically get follow-up shots on target sooner. So some people call them gas pedals because they feel like they can shoot faster. Some people call them brake pedals because they feel like it keeps the muzzle rise from going up. And some people call them thumb rests because your thumb is resting there. Now, the way you look at how you're performing is whether you want to nickname it a gas pedal or a brake pedal, whatever the case may be. Some people even call them throttles. I don't care what you call it. Here's what I do know. If you can't shoot, that's not going to help. So first thing before you consider the Align Tactical is have you considered fundamentals? do you know how to shoot? I'm not saying you have to be an expert shooter, but I can tell you from doing this for over 2 decades, no gizmo helps you shoot better. Personally, although we didn't have any kind of comparison like with it or without it, I can tell you, especially from running a Glock, because I've ran almost 10,000 rounds out of this one in the last several months, I can absolutely tell you that there has been a big difference in how this performs. Now, you might say, okay, how much of a difference? I'll give you an example. If you were shooting, let's say, 0.25 splits, let's say you're consistently at a 0.25, or that's your average. I can see this one getting you down to like a 0.22, 0.23 maybe. So if you understand shooting, there will be a benefit, and I'll come back to that later. But let's talk about the pros with the Align Tactical Thumb Rest. Here are the pros. The pros are the ergonomics are fantastic. It feels good. It helps you point naturally. I love that. It also, with the ergonomics, gives you a good flat enough surface to where, and I have pretty large hands, but it gives you a good flat enough surface to where you can actually rest your thumb on it. Like, it's really a thumb rest. So then you have the ability to actually apply the pressure easily without thinking, okay, I got to press in and then down. You're not playing Tetris. You're just grabbing your gun, getting your grip, utilizing the product, and you go. Done. Too easy. So I like the ergonomics. Ergonomics are absolutely fantastic. Thing number 2 that I like, installation. They're very easy to install, very easy. For example, on a Glock here, what you're gonna do is you're simply gonna punch out the pin, place this in, and you are done. That's what I like. On the VP9, easy. A scale of 1 to 10 for ease, it's a 0.2. Number 3, what do I like? I like the price point. At $58 or $60, somewhere up in there. And so for something that's going to really help drive your performance, I think it's well worth it. Cons, what don't I like about the Align Tactical Thumb Rest? 1, holsters. Now, Align Tactical does have a list of holster companies that do support their products. I have found those things to be very interesting as I went through some of the products that I had at home and also different products that I ordered. Now, for example, one of the companies listed is Safariland. Another one listed is Tier 1 Concealment. So here's my Tier 1 APX rig that I got in. I gave these guys a phone call and was like, hey, I see that you're listed on the Align Tactical site as someone that supports their products. Now, this is an APX. What I found out from talking to those guys is that their MSP, I could be wrong, there's so many model numbers out there, but I believe it's their MSP holster, does have the clearance for it to naturally work. The Align Tactical Thumb Rest will stick out about 10 millimeters or 0.4 inches away from the gun. That's how much is extruding out from the gun. So you have to just make sure you have that kind of clearance. Tier 1 told me, like, dude, the APX is not going to be compatible. I'll go over exactly how I made it work for this gun. However, clearly I got it to work. Now, full video on that later. You might void your warranty. Don't want to do anything too silly. And then we have the Safariland 6360. Let me just bring this whole rig over here. Goes right in. I made no adjustments whatsoever. It just worked, right? Safariland has the natural clearance. It just worked, no problem. All right, so you're like, well, why don't you like the holster? Because there are a lot of holster companies out there. Well, it sounds like you had decent luck with the holster companies. Why don't you like the holsters? Well, because everybody ain't gonna have the right holster at the right time or even the money to order a new holster in. Now, do I think it's worth it? Absolutely. So do I think that if it's a holster company that does not support it or they don't have certain models that support it, should you invest and go ahead and modify the holster or get one custom pressed? Yeah, I do, because to me it's worth it. But I still have to put it on the con side. All right. Now, this is a old holster I have. I mean, this thing is probably, God, 77 Solutions made this for me, man, probably 8 years ago. I mean, this thing is, this is old. This is a really old rig. But I pulled it out anyway because I have the VP9 here, right? So we have the VP9. Try to get a better angle. There we go. Yeah, I like it. You like the darkness. The big black one. I know you like it. All right, so the VP9, right into that holster. Right, so holster compatibility is going to be, it's going to vary, right? Might work with one model, might not work with the other model, whatever. Do I think you should go through figuring that out? Yes. Do I think it's worth it? Yes. But technically, is it a con? Yes. So do with that with what you will. Number 2, what I don't like about the Align Tactical Thumb Rest. I believe that it is so good. I believe the ergonomics are so solid. I believe it can build false confidence in shooters. So I think people believe you can pick this thing up and just start shooting the gun and you're automatically going to be better. You're going to be able to do doubles and your follow-ups and your splits and all those things are going to just magically improve whether you know how to shoot or not. The reason I'm saying that as a con is because if you can't shoot, you can't shoot. I mean, it just is what it is. I'm not trying to be mean to anybody out there, but fundamentals are very important to understand. I take the same philosophy with a red dot, right? You should know how to just run a gun, right? Add a red dot to it. Then because you don't understand how to run a gun, the red dot will complement your shooting ability so much and help you improve if you really understand how to properly use one. Same thing with the Align Tactical Thumb Rest. If you're out there and you've already been working on your craft, you've already been putting in the time, you've been doing your dry fire, you know, I'm not saying you have to be a master level shooter, but you are actually out just trying to get better and you understand how to properly grip a gun and you understand, you know, trigger press and those things, then you are going to see the true value in the Align Tactical Thumb Rest. It's kind of like if you never really shot a gun or trained with a gun and you go straight to a Gucci trigger, you don't appreciate the trigger as much because you never ran a crappy one, right? You never had to learn through the crappy trigger if you go straight to the Gucci trigger. So it's like that with the Align Tactical. If you've been working and just working hard and understand the fundamentals of how to grip a pistol and run the gun, then you are going to really appreciate the Align Tactical Thumb Rest. Just my opinion. I have been teaching it for over 2 decades and I can tell you I saw the benefit of it. But I also will give myself credit to say I take shooting serious, right? You should come train with us. NoOtherChoice.com/training. Sign up for a class near you. You'll have a great time. All right, that's it. I don't, you wanted me to say more negative stuff? I don't, but I'm always going to be hypercritical because I got to challenge everything on something. And that's it, man. They make these for the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0s, have them for the Canics. I know we have them for the HKs. The SIG P320, you see this P320 here. Shouts out to Laserworks too. They did some custom porting on this gun for me. It's now off at Tactical Life in Davie, Florida. Get some more work done on it. So that's why I don't have it in studio. So I apologize for that. And if I forgot a company, I'm sorry. But I do know that for all the ones I just named, you can go over to NoOtherChoice.com and get your very own. You can also use the code NOC5 to save 5% off of your order. Okay, so yes, we are carrying them. So if you want to know if I really like them, well, yeah, because I wouldn't stock them at my store if I didn't. So do I see the benefit? Yep. Do I think you should get one? Yep. Do I think that you will greatly appreciate what they bring to the table? Yes. So Align Tactical, I give you credit. They also did send me an extended mag release for the P320. I sent that off with the gun. So I will report back on what I think about that. But I mean, you should get it, man. I don't think it's a bad investment. I don't think it's a bad investment at all. I think, you know, on a high side, $60 for something like this is going to be worth it. Oh, I'm sorry. There is a third con. There is a third con. I apologize. I'm coming back to the con. So for the Glocks, here's and it's minute, but you can no longer, without punching the pin out, just take this gun down because there is a metal ledge that is sticking under your takedown lever. Okay, so you're going to have to punch the pin out before you can take the Align Tactical Thumb Rest out to disassemble your Glock. And I would show you that, but it's YouTube and I can't. Now, yes, technically is that a con? How long does it take you to take a punch, draw the pin out, pull the pin? Do I think it's a con worth dealing with? Yeah, I do. Am I going to take it off of my gun because of that? No. I make sure I keep my Glock tool in my bag. I got all kind of punches. Doesn't matter to me. That's it, man. That's the video. So head over to NoOtherChoice.com. Check out the pinned comment. You will be able to see where you can go get your own Align Tactical Thumb Rest. Use the code NOC5 for savings, man. I'm looking forward to getting this in the hands of really good shooters. I know before I even got a chance to cut this video, I had 6 people tell me, yeah, go ahead and order me one. Align Tactical, great product. All you guys out there, I hope I brought a product to you that makes sense, that's affordable for you. And stay tuned for the video on the Tier 1 concealed APX rig. And because I have the Ramjet afterburner on here, I got it for the Glock 17. But I will walk you through a very short video about how I modified my APX to be able to fit my Glock 19X with the Align Tactical Thumb Rest. That being said, I'll catch you on the next one. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, you know, all the stuff that I got to say to you. Just please, for the love of God, make sure you do it. Talk to your friends about the videos. Give this channel some love. You guys asked me to come on YouTube. I'm over here. Do it, right? Engage, say something, comment. Let me know what you think. What do you think about thumb rests in general? You like them? You hate them? You taking every advantage you can get? What do you think? What are your thoughts? If you disagree with me about something, you know, say it. You know, let me know. If you agree with me about something, tell me. Just please say something. We need the algorithm, man, to do something, because y'all be saying, y'all be quiet and shit. And we need the algorithm to say stuff. So say something. Leave an emoji. Say hi. It's hard over here in these streets. What I will say though, in conclusion, if you're one of those people that's like, hey, it's cheating, it's stupid, you guys are dumb for using it because just learn how to run a pistol like a man. I've been running pistols for over 20 years. I got a crap ton to learn. You know, I enjoy the art. I enjoy the craft. I enjoy being a coach. I enjoy everything about guns, man. I really do. Here's what I would say to you, to that mentality. I hear you, because the people who aren't focused on learning the fundamentals, I get you, man. I'm also going to say this though. In the spirit of I'm going to take every advantage in a potential situation that I can get, being someone that has been in situations, I am going to tell you I want every single advantage that I can get. I always wanted the advantage anytime I was in a situation. So that being said, if you are still like, oh, you guys suck because you just want an advantage, then with love and grace and all due respect, you. Okay? I still love you though.